actually buy a ride in the monster truck.
That would be cool. I'd want to drive, but that'd be
Well,
cool.
yeah,
Who
absolutely.
would want to drive
Yeah.
besides me?
So on top of the monster trucks, IMCA Sport Mods.
Yeah, they just added that this week.
They added it this week, and there's big money on the line for the Sport Mods.
Yes, there
Yes,
is.
there
It's going to be a
Was it
big show.
$2,500 purse.
25 was it? 21?
$2,500 purse. I believe the first place is $750.
I think it was $750. Yeah, last I heard, and I think they were talking about raising it with however they're doing it.
Contingent on the entries,
Yeah.
I imagine.
Saturday, local driver entry starts at 3 p.m. Front gate admission opens at 3:30. Pit gates open at 5. Pit party is 5 to 7. Show starts at 7:30. On Sunday, front pit and or the front gate and the pit gate opens 12 p.m. Pit party is at 12. Show starts at 2. It's gonna be early show on Sunday.
Yeah.
So get out there and check out the monster trucks and the chaos.
Weather's going to be great.
The destruction that comes with it. I wonder how they're going to do that. They got to do that in the middle because you've got Sport Mods.
I don't know how you're going to be able to do that in the middle on the kart track.
Well, you can't. Yeah, take the barriers away, but you can't. It'd be interesting. I don't know how they're going to do that, but
We're going to have some fun with it. That's for dang sure.
you guys will. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, you will.
Yes, I will.
So,
I guess
if you're a
Warren-
monster truck fan, you want to be at Willamette Speedway Saturday and Sunday.
Pat, I know you're listening, Pat.
I don't know if he's going to make it, but
Pat Held.
Pat.
Marinko.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pat Marinko. Yeah, here he is right there. It'll be interesting, though. See, make sure you get lots of pictures, Joel.
I'll try.
You'll have time, trust me.
I haven't had time to do much during a
No.
during an event at
I know.
Willamette Speedway lately.
It's crazy.
I spent most
So-
of Sunday
You're
sleeping.
surfing Facebook. Take a picture or two.
So TNT Plumbing, Archer Floor Coverings, and Quality RV Repair added $2,350 on top of the normal Cottage Grove payout. So
Cool.
that's pretty good money
Yeah.
for the Sport Mods. That's a pretty good deal.
So we're talking Cottage Grove now?
No, talking Willamette,
Oh,
but they're
okay.
using the Cottage Grove payout scale
Okay.
because they run Sport Mods there.
I see.
So they're going to use that, and they're adding $2,350.
It's going to pay standard payout is going to be $250 at Grove and $40 to start.
Well, anyway.
It's going to be a big show.
Well, and it's a great show for the Sport Mods to get at Willamette. I mean, they've all wanted to, it's a class, like we said, is growing fast. It's an affordable modified class, and they want to get out there in the big track. I think it'll be good for people to get the exposure to this division.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's going to prep them for Speed Week because otherwise they have to jump ship on their IMCA points, come up and run with the sportsmen. It'll be good. So I'm sure we'll see people like Chris Frisbee show up, maybe Jordan Bratton.
Oh, I'll guarantee you Chris Frisbee will be there, and he'll be one of the guys racing for the win. Mike Medell will be there. Like you said, Bratton, I'm sure D-Ray will be there.
Yeah.
The young guys, Ashley, those guys. It'll
It'll
be
be
interesting to
fun.
see what's going on. Chris says, hell yes, this just got real. Chris is going to leave it on the track too, so it'll be a cool deal. I wish I was there to see that one. Unfortunately, I've got a very important.
You got some important stuff to do. Whoever plans this stuff for race season just isn't a racer.
Well, I don't know.
They shouldn't be allowed in your family.
I know, huh?
Is it your nephew or is it your nephew?
It's my nephew. Yeah,
Yeah, you got to kick him out.
he's the oldest one, and he's heading off to Bahrain to go serve 2 years over there in the Navy and help America stay great.
A big salute to your nephew.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
Thank you very much.
Pretty proud of him. Good kid. So, what do you guys got going on?
No, I'm just trying to throw you hand signals, and you obviously don't know.
Well, that hand signal doesn't tell me a whole lot. I was one finger in the air.
I saw
Yeah.
the hand signal. He pointed at his phone, then he turned it away.
Well, then he told me I was number one. I wasn't sure what he was getting at.
Yeah.
So, absolutely. We got it. We're waiting on Chris Sign to call in. We're going to talk with him about the Iron Giant and what's going on with that series. And always good to talk with Chris.
Chris is a great guy.
Yeah.
Hats off to him for what he's got going here, and I felt like I just got electrocuted in my ears.
I did. My left ear. Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Did it on purpose.
That's all right.
So Chris will be calling in shortly, and we'll talk with him about Southern Oregon. We really didn't have anybody down there to cover that race for us. We were so busy with Willamette, and we can't be at 3 or 4 different tracks at once. I want to start branching that out and start having a representative from each track communicate with us directly so we can, report accurate results without having to look at a graph that makes no sense. Chris Sign, what's going on, bud?
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Pretty good. We're hanging out here in the Jetstream Aqua Massage Studio in Northwest Dirt News, talking racing. We wanted to talk about Iron Giant and what's going on with your series. Can you hear me?
Hello, Chris.
Chris, you there, bud?
There, that's a million times better, buddy.
Yeah.
See, I told you to turn it up. So, yeah.
I'm throwing hand signs, Chris. I'm sorry. Corey's trying to figure this thing out.
Chris, the Iron Giant series was at Southern Oregon Speedway down in the Medford area. Let's talk about that race and give me what you're feeling for this series right now.
You guys go outside. April,
That's racing.
get these maniacs out of here.
Again, down at Southern Oregon Speedway, Medford area, you guys showed up and ran. Let's talk about the Iron Giant series. Let's talk about what's going on with you guys and what you're expecting for the rest of the season.
Your phone keeps cutting out, buddy.
So, Chris, talk to us about Southern Oregon. What happened down there? How are you feeling about it? What's going through your mind right now on the whole Iron Giant series? I mean, 9 cars showing up. What's going on there?
Well, we had good cars that showed up, so they put on a good show. I had bad luck, of course. I blew up in hot laps, and then Matt Jenner blew up in hot laps too. So then we were down to 7 cars. We ran one heat race, which Kyle Yak won, and then Jack out of Elma, Washington. They drove all the way down from Elma, and he got second. Jordan McDonald got third in his new car, first time on the track. And then Don Schatz got fourth. Roger Herbert in the 18 car got fifth. Eric in the 53, the Raiders car.
Eric Jarnport
got sixth. And then James Whitehouse got seventh.
That's a pretty stacked field, Chris. So obviously we know that Don Schott won the main with Kyle Yak in second. A close second. What's your feeling going into the next race? Because you guys are off to Madras next, correct?
Yeah. I know we're going to have a huge car count when we go to Madras. I'm pretty positive we'll have over 40 cars when we go to Madras.
Wow.
That's going to be good. Now, is that just street stocks, or is that also the sportsman?
There's going to be a mix of both. They usually have 20 to 25 cars on a regular night there, and I know some of the St. Helens guys are going to come down too. And then there's a lot of street stock guys that are excited about this race coming up.
So can you hear me, Chris?
Barely.
Okay, so with Southern Oregon, this is the one thing that I'm glad, $1,000 to win. You had 9 guys show up. You still paid that $1,000 to win.
Oh yeah. No, our regular purse went to first through 6th or
Nice.
7th. So,
Perfect. Yep. So
7th place walked away with $160 in his pocket still.
Not bad for a fairly easy day's worth of work. Let's talk about what kept cars away from Southern Oregon. Was it simply the long tow? I mean, what do you think was the issue there?
I think it was the long tow. I mean, I think that was the only thing that was really scaring them away. A lot of the cars, a lot of the street stocks are even further north than Eugene. A lot of them are. So it was a 3-hour drive for us. I mean, the Elma guys, they had to travel 8 hours to get there, which was incredible.
That's a dedicated racer right there.
Kidding.
I mean, if the guys are coming from Albany or further up, that's a 3.5, 4-hour drive. So,
well, going into Madras, I mean, that's going to be a long tow for them as well. What are you hoping for in Madras come June 3rd when you guys take on the sportsman division?
I'm hoping which I'm predicting. I'm thinking there's going to be a lot of our cars coming over there. David Cronk already asked what tire rule it was. I'm sure he's coming over. Mackenzie Lockhart said she's locked in. James Whitehouse is coming. Andrew Langen's bringing his new car. That thing's all done. They just got it running the other day. So there's going to be a lot of really good cars coming over. I should have mine back together. And, you know, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people going. The Jenners are going to be there. Schott says he's going to run all of our races. Yak says he's going to run all of our races.
See, you're probably talking 25, 30 street stocks.
Yeah.
On top of the sportsman division at Madras.
Yep.
Wow. That's going to be a fun race.
I think so. I think it's going to be a real fun race.
So, obviously, we start off on, not the best note with the Road to the Iron Giant with the rain out at Banks. Then we've got 9 cars going to Southern Oregon. June 3rd, we're hitting Madras Speedway for the first half of the Street Stock versus Sportsman Challenge. Then we're off to River City, correct?
Yes.
At St. Helens for part 2, and we're looking the 10th of June. So those are back-to-back weekends for those guys.
Yes.
Then June 24th, you're going to a race I know that's near and dear to your guys' heart and your household.
Yes, it is. That's the Wallbanger Cup.
11th
and another cool thing is none of the other racetracks, Willamette and Banks, is not running street stocks that night. So we should have every car from the Northwest there at this race.
That's going to be a big night down there at Cottage Grove. So race fans, mark your calendars now. June 24th, the Wallbanger Cup. Cottage Grove Speedway in Cottage Grove, Oregon. That's going to be a race to show up to.
Well, that's kind of what really got this whole thing
rolling. That's going to be one of the
rolling.
biggest ones. I think it's be real close to the Iron Giant on how big it's going to be.
Yeah, I will agree with that. Absolutely.
Too. I mean, you're going to go from that high bank clay oval at Cottage Grove down to the flat, hard, disgusting asphalt track at Douglas County Speedway in Roseburg.
Yep.
That's
going to be fun, too.
You know me, Chris. I'm one of those guys of pavements for getting to the races, dirt's for going fast and turning left.
Well, that's what my motto's been for almost 25 years now, and so
it's working out for you pretty good.
Do something different.
Yeah.
Did you make that up, Joel?
No, not at all. So, and that's July 29th. So you got almost a month off between Cottage Grove and Douglas County. Then you head off to the 26th of August, so another month off, and you're doing the Battle at the Beach. Going to go play over in the sand at Coos County. Or Coos Bay Speedway, excuse me.
Yeah, and that's a neat track. I've raced there once, and it was a lot of fun. It's a different configuration compared to all the other tracks that we run on. It's different because it seems like the straightaways, you drop down and then you go up when you go into turn 3 and turn 1.
Okay.
So it's a fun track though. It's fast and it's racy.
Then good deal. And then September 3rd, first weekend in September, you're going to wrap it all up at Willamette Speedway, where where you finished everything and settled the score last year at the Iron Giant Series finale.
Yes, and it's going to be big again this year.
And will we have 54?
Last year was
cars?
on
57.
57 cars.
57 last year.
Man.
And we'll hopefully have that many, if not more, this year.
It'll be awesome. No doubt about it.
Absolutely. So, I know the question that's on everybody's mind, Chris, since you got rained out at Banks for the Bobby Morley Memorial opening race for the series, is the series going to try and visit Banks sometime this summer? A makeup race or anything, or are we going to hold that off till next year?
If I can talk to Nikki and see if we can make something happen, I would like to do another makeup race. But with her busy schedule, and because they have to run the dwarf cars the same night, because of Marty is affiliated with all the dwarf cars there, so they wanted to make sure that, well, Bobby was too, so they wanted to make sure that they run them both on the same night. Which we might do either in August or we might do in September after the Iron Giant, just kind of a makeup race a non-points race, but it'll still be a big payout.
Okay. If it's before the finale, you'll make it a points race, but if it's after, it will not, correct?
Correct. Yeah.